Hey friends, welcome and thanks for joining our class today. We got a nice chair yoga and meditation class for you. Um, and unlike this doggy right here being crazy and wild, hopefully this class will make you feel relaxed and settled and enjoying your day. I love chair yoga because it's a great way to subtly get into the body. It's not a very vigorous practice, but sometimes some of the most transformative practices are those less vigorous practices, those practices where you can really notice where your mind is, notice where your body is, and start to become aware of the subtler movements, both within the physical body, in the emotional body, and in the mental body. So I hope you enjoyed today's practice and leave feeling relaxed and settled. Thanks. Be well. And starting today's practice, find a comfortable seated position on a chair, preferably an armless one. As you find this position here, scoot the seat to the front edge of the chair so the back is lifted away from the seat back. Let the hands rest on top of the thighs and close the eyes, bringing your awareness inward. Take a moment to listen to the space around you, noticing the environment you're practicing in. Acknowledging what's there. Acknowledging anything that may be drawing your focus or attention outside of your practice. And trying your best to allow it to be as is. Beginning to bring your awareness inward and noticing what it's like to be you in this moment as you start your practice today. Our chair yoga and meditation practice is one of subtle sensations, of subtle anatomies of yoga. So while the movements may not be as big and grandiose as a practice that is on the mat or a more advanced practice in the physical body, it can still be a very deep practice and transformative practice as we increase sensitivity, build energy, and work with the body's intuition. So today, we'll be focusing on finding the physical body, building sensitivity and awareness throughout the physical, emotional, and mental body, and then expanding on that awareness by building up energy and using the breath and movement to dissolve any blockages in the body, in the mind, in the emotional state. We'll start our practice off here by checking in with a body scan, a Adhara point meditation. So bring your awareness to the soles of the feet and feel the soles of the feet resting on the floor. Spread the toes wide. Notice the temperature of the floor and the temperature of the air on top of the feet. Let your awareness drift up to the ankles, and exploring the space around the ankle joints without actually moving the feet, imagining how you might engage different muscles in the ankles, different ligaments and tendons to bend and flex. Let your awareness drift up to the shin bones and the calves. As you add a little bit more engagement through the soles of the feet to lengthen through the crown, notice how the calves firm up, and then soften the feet again so you can feel the calves soften. Bring your awareness to your knees and imagine the space around the knees like a belt of air massaging the joint. Bring your awareness to your quads and hamstrings. And without doing so, imagining how you might use the muscles of the quads to engage the legs. And then how you may release those muscles to relax and soften the legs. Bring awareness to the glutes and the hips, feeling your pelvic bowl and the roots of your sit bones. Give a little more root through the sit bones to lengthen a little taller through the crown. And as you bring your awareness into your torso, see if you can soften your belly, inviting more depth and a longer breath. As you lengthen the breath here, notice where in the torso the breath gets a little clogged. And slow the breath down in that space or those spaces to help dissolve and penetrate any spaces that may be blocked. Bring your awareness to the heart and feel the heart beating like a drum. See if you can witness that drum beat vibrate to the fingers and the toes. And notice if that vibration brings any sort of emotion along with it. Bring awareness to the throat, to the jaw, and to the face, and see if you can soften If you notice any resistance, is there a possibility that there could be something locked up in the place where we share our voice, where we share our presence? And see with each breath out if you can soften it a little bit more. And finally, bring your awareness to the tip of the tongue. Press it against the roof of the mouth. Feel that pressure radiate to the space between the eyes, the pineal gland, the seed of intuition. And for the next couple breaths, every inhale, draw sensation and awareness from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. And with every exhale, let a wave of soothing sensation wash over the body. And then on your next inhale, take the deepest breath you've taken today. At the top, hold the breath for a moment or two. And then open the mouth. Let it out with a sigh. Let that sigh fizzle out. And then begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Start to press into the balls and heels, lifting the heels and then flexing the ankles to lift the balls of the feet as you take these movements. And as you reflect on any shifts in your state of being from when you first started, what is it like to be you in this moment? On your next inhale, let the hands rest on the thighs, flex the toes, and lift the balls of the feet off the mat. Spread the toes nice and wide. And then on an exhale, relax the balls of the feet into the mat and then press into the balls of the feet. And go the other way so the heels lift and the front of the ankles get a little stretch. Noticing the subtleties of the stretch, all the places around the ankle where you feel sensation. And when you're ready to release here, lower the heels back down to the mat. With the soles of the feet flat on the floor, let the hands drop down along the torso. Feel the weight of the arms. And then beginning to move again, the shoulders lift to the ears on an inhale, and on your exhale, they roll down and back. Softening into the body as the palms flip to face out. Again, inhaling, the shoulders roll forward and up towards the ears, taking a little flexion in the spine. And on your exhale, shoulders pull back and down, palms face out, chest lifts. So working with shoulder mobility here, as well as flexion and extension of the spine. And continuing to move here, gradually expanding the flow to become bigger, to become deeper. So as you lift the heart with each
Exhale, softening the shoulders down. Try to spread the fingers and open the shoulders. And then as you round forward, working with flexion and the chin falls to the chest, see if you can create as much space as you can between the shoulder blades. So you start to balance out this movement from one end to another. Diving in and opening up. Next time you open the chest, pause there for a moment. On an inhale, lift the arms up overhead. And on your exhale, bring the hands slowly down to heart center. Continuing to transition the flow to a new movement. Inhale, arms lift up again. And exhale, the hands float down to center. So still maintaining our work here with shoulder mobility with the movement of the arms. So as you inhale and lift, the palms will flip to face out and then up. And as you exhale, the elbows pull down to bring the hands to the heart. And on top of that, we continue to work with flexion and extension. So as the arms lift up, open the chest, take a gentle back bend, lift the chin. And as you exhale, hands float to the chest and then around the spine, spread the shoulder blades apart. Again, the intention of this practice is to increase sensitivity, build energy, and heighten awareness. On your next inhale, leave the arms up overhead this time to sustain. And in this place of sustaining, now that we've developed sensitivity to the torso, the shoulders, the spine, holding here to build energy. As you continue to hold, watching to notice what comes up in this place of holding, how the mind may stir. And every inhale helps you to reach through a place of tension. Every exhale, letting go. Take one more big breath in here, reach a little taller. And then exhale, slowly lower the arms down along the torso. Take a moment to feel the weight of the arms as blood rushes to the fingertips. A moment of integration to pause in stillness. When you're ready to move again, bring the right hand to the right hip. On an inhale, the left arm lifts out up overhead to take a side bend. On an inhale, come back to center, reach both hands up to the sky, and exhale, left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. And then start to, again, flow side to side. So we move from these areas of movement and then to areas of stillness. The places of movement help us to build sensitivity in the body. The places of stillness help to fill and build energy, build awareness. As you go side to side, you can start to lower the top arm over and down towards the knee as you take your side bend. So for instance, as the left hand lowers, the right arm would reach overhead as far as it can go and then start to round forward towards the opposite knee, before then inhaling and letting the arm lift as the lowered hand travels back. So you get a little side bend and a twist at the same time. Next time you reach overhead, interlace the hands above the head, pause here to find length from tail to crown, and on your exhale, hinge over to the right side. Taking a moment to pause there, to breathe through the side body. Every inhale creates length, every exhale engagement. And then coming out, inhale back to center, and exhale to the other side. As you sustain, again, building energy, building sensitivity and awareness. And when you're ready to come back up, inhaling to center and exhaling the hands down to the knees. Letting the hands rest on the thighs, or the palms can flip to face up for a moment of integration. So again, we go from movement to stillness. And the idea of doing this process on the mat is that we can take it off the mat. So these subtler practices of yoga allow us to build awareness and a state of presence on the mat that we can use as a tool off the mat in life. So we can be more proactive and less reactive to the currents of life. To transition into engagement again, bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and the right hand behind the chair seat back to enter into a twist. Use the right hand here to help assist you in your twist as you press the right knee into the left hand to create a little bit of resistance to help maintain a square pelvis. So the rotation happens from the rib cage. So we'll start to transition with movement this time rather than integration by taking the arms out wide on your next inhale, flipping the palms to the sky, lifting the chest, and then on your exhale, rounding the spine, flipping the palms to face up, tops of the hands face down as you round chin to chest. So we took our twist and then we went into movement, a transition with flexion and extension. Inhaling to lift the sternum, palms flip. And exhaling to palms to flip down, to round, and reach through the back of the heart. On your next inhale, come back to center, and on an exhale, twisting to the other side, right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand behind the seat back. Rooting through the sit bones to find length through the crown. Again, the hand and knee connection, there's a little bit of traction there to maintain a square pelvis. And you rotate from the rib cage. Every inhale grows you taller. Every exhale helps you to twist just a little bit deeper. Nice little massage for the insides of the body. And when you're ready to release, inhale, come back to center, reach the arms out wide, take in the day, and on your exhale again, working with a transition of movement, hands come to the knees. Widen the feet a little bit wider apart, and then reach the right shoulder to the right knee, let the head swing through center over to the left, and come back around, taking big full body circles through the torso, through the pelvis. And then rotating the opposite direction as you continue to work with full deep breaths. As you move here, again, reflecting on this idea of, again, building sensitivity, heightening awareness, and how that may help you as you go into your life. When you're ready, come back to center, sit up nice and tall, and then lower the right ear towards the right shoulder. Taking a moment to say yes and no with the chin as you rock the head forward and back, lengthening the side of the neck. Eventually, you'll let the chin round all the way down to the chest, the back of the neck lengthens out, and then bringing the chin to the opposite side. Again, taking that moment to say yes and no through the chin, lengthening the opposite side of the neck here. And then again, allowing the chin to roll to the chest, lengthening the back of the neck, feeling the soles of the feet on the floor. And it's like every breath is an X-ray that lights up your awareness to your body, your mind, your emotional state. And then every exhale allows you to dive into those places, to observe and to feel. Feel free to take some intuitive movement here, so maybe a couple cats and cows would feel good. A moment to rock the hips. And when you're ready, come back to stillness, sitting up tall as we transition into our breath practice. So as you find a place of stillness here, bring the right thumb to the right nostril, close it off, and begin to inhale through the left nostril. As you reach the top of the inhale, closing off the left nostril, exhaling through the right. And as you reach the bottom of the exhale, inhaling back through the right, closing off the right nostril, and exhaling through the left. And working your way side to side, inhaling one nostril, exhaling through the opposite, and then inhaling back through that nostril to exhale back to the other side. If you feel congested at all, feel free to release the closing of one nostril or another and just visualize the breath moving side to side. We're still maintaining that full 3-part breath here, but we're just allowing it to shift in one nostril and out the other, which slows the breath down and allows ourselves to dial the nervous system a little bit more to the parasympathetic side, that relaxation response. If the elbow gets tired here as you're switching nostrils, you can always use the opposite hand to add some support. And as you continue with alternate nostril breathing, this impact from increasing sensitivity, increasing awareness, and then this added benefit of reducing stress is a wonderful preventative way to maintain health. And to continue to improve your ability to navigate stressful situations without reaction. Saying, this is the situation. How do I want to act in it? What story do I want to engage in? Is there a way that I can bring compassion to this situation? When we're more sensitive, when we're more aware, it's easier to be understanding and to allow your story and people's stories to shift, change, and evolve. Take a couple more breaths here to reflect with alternate nostril breathing. When you're ready to release the breath practice, finish exhaling through either nostril. Let the hands rest in the lap. Walk the feet back to hips distance apart if not already there. And allow the shoulders and the elbows to soften, the legs to soften, and the spine to stay long as you bring a little smile to the face to close your practice today. Taking this presence and awareness, the sensitivity that you've created into your day with an element of ease and joy. Reminding yourself that the practice and that life doesn't have to be this grandiose expedition. simple can still be sweet. Take a nice big breath in, hold it at the top, and let out a big ol' sigh. Feeling the effects of your practice today. Coming back to your intention, bringing the hands to the heart to honor yourself. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Be well, friends.